How can something so freaking cool in concept take this many L's over and over again? Sonic the Hedgehog, the blue blur that is so badass and cool that everyone wants to be Sonic. For those who don't know, I've set out on a journey to beat every 3D Sonic game in order, and so far, my journey hasn't been great. Sonic Adventure was fun, Sonic Adventure 2 was even better, Sonic Heroes gave me hemorrhoids, Shadow the Hedgehog put me to sleep, and Sonic 06 broke the little gamer inside me. I want to like Sonic so bad. The character itself is awesome, and the idea of running as fast as you can through levels is exciting, but almost every game has been broken and not fun. After Sonic 06, I took a long break in between Sonic games. A year has passed since I made the 06 video. After that, I assumed that that was the lowest Sonic could get, and that we were on the up from there. No way in hell the Sonic team and Sega would be okay with releasing another trash fire of a game after that nightmare. Oh dear God. Well, let's just get this over with. This is why Sonic and the Secret Rings is a terrible video game. Sonic Team was making Sonic 06, and with the release of the Wii on the horizon, Sega also wanted a game made for that. Originally, they wanted to port Sonic 06 to the Wii. Yeah, no. So they abandoned that idea, plus Sega for some reason likes putting it in the devs' butts by rushing every Sonic game ever made. We're talking like Sonic speed development times. Secret Rings was released in 2007 to mixed reviews, but they are all lying if they say this game is decent. It is not, do not kid yourself. If you liked this game as a kid, it's okay, it's 2024, we don't hold past sins against you. So why do I think this game is so bad? I mean, I've played Sonic 06 in its entirety. That is a bad video game. This one is a terrible video game. When you first jump in, we get these cutscenes that are slideshows. Very bland and boring, but they do stick with the theme of Sonic being in the Arabian Nights stories. The voice acting is good and I really enjoyed the music, but slideshows are boring. We then are thrown into the tutorial, and by God, is this the slowest Sonic tutorial I've ever played through. You jump into a mission, it lasts 10 to 30 seconds, loading screen. Select the next 10 to 30 second mission, loading screen. There's like 7 or 8 of these tutorial missions you have to do before you unlock the first stage. Why couldn't I do all of that in one mission with one loading screen? This is where the game really shines with how bad it is, the controls. I have to put some blame on the Wii for this one just because of motion controls. It's an endless runner on rails that does have an end to each mission. Sonic constantly moves forward, but you can stop him by pressing 1, you can jump by holding 2 and then letting go, or just pressing it. And honestly, the best part is the homing attack. Not the homing attack itself, because sometimes it just doesn't work, but the fact that it has a target and a lock-on feature letting you know when you can shake the controller. You can also tilt the Wiimote backwards and Sonic does this back shuffle. You'll end up doing this a lot. The worlds are laid out as follows. You have a main first mission that takes you through the level, and then everything after that is some sort of mission-based level. You play through the same stage as before, but now you have certain objectives, like collecting this many rings, or kill this many monsters, or don't touch these giant pots. Ugh, yeah, these are not fun at all. Once again, these would be really fast and then a bunch of loading screens, or it would take a really long time and many tries. Now, you don't have to do all of them because there is a leveling system where as Sonic levels up, you unlock other missions, and then a boss fight at the end. On-rails boss fights are not fun, at least in this game. Also, before and after every mission, you are greeted with the main theme that is actually pretty cool. But hearing it this often is not cool. There are buffs you can add to Sonic that make the game control better, so I guess the devs intentionally make Sonic control like ass. Playing through any video game is not fun when the controls are this bad. I've played Sonic mobile games that are better than this. That's sad. On some of the stages where you have to kill every monster, sometimes your homing attack doesn't work and you end up running past or jumping over the enemies. Then you have to do that awkward back shuffle to get in front of the enemies to try and hit them again. Most of the time you just have to run into the enemies and take damage. It's so dumb. Some of the level design was cool, like the dinosaur level was pretty rad, but I don't enjoy having to play through the same stage 9 times doing lame objectives. There was probably other really cool level designs that I missed out on because while playing through Sonic and the Secret Cock Rings, the Wii U I was playing on would just stop working and gave me this error message. I was not about to replay the 3.5 hours I had just played so I can say that I finished this terrible game. Oh no, my game, it isn't working. I'm so sad now that I don't get to finish this good game. This is the worst 3D Sonic game I have played this far, and I don't recommend you play it, ever. Do something else. Literally anything. I will say though, despite this being a poopy trash fire, it's got one of the very best cutscenes ever made.
Shara, will you grant me one more wish? I wish for a mountain of handkerchiefs. Now, just let yourself cry, as much as you need to. You'll have plenty of handkerchiefs to help you through it.